We all love our cats, but have you ever wondered if your cat might not feel the same way? You're not alone, and you're definitely not imagining it. Cats can be complicated, and their behavior can leave us scratching our heads. That's why today we're going to share 7 signs that, unfortunately, might mean your cat doesn't love you as much as you'd like. But don't worry, this video is here to help you avoid certain habits and change the way your cat sees you. Sign 1. Doesn't make eye contact. In the cat world, eyes say a lot. When your cat looks you in the eyes and holds that gaze, it's their way of saying they trust and care about you. But if your cat dodges your eyes or even leaves the room when you try to connect, it could mean they're not feeling too trusting. Cats show affection in a special way called slow blinking, where they look at you and slowly close their eyes, almost like they're dreaming peacefully. Experts believe this is like a cat's version of a kiss or hug. So, if your cat avoids looking at you or doesn't return your slow blinks, it might be a sign that they're not as affectionate as you'd hope. Sign 2. Tail twitching. If you've been around cats, you've probably noticed how much they communicate with their tails. A tail held high usually means a cat is feeling good, while a tucked tail can signal fear. But it's not just about where the tail is, it's about how it moves. Unlike a dog's wagging tail, a cat's flicking tail is generally a red flag. Think of it like a person tapping their foot when they're annoyed. If your cat's tail is flicking when they're near you, it could mean they're irritated. In the wild, cats use their tails to send messages to other animals, like warning them to back off or signaling that they're ready to defend themselves. Even at home, cats use their tails to express how they feel. If a cat's tail is flicking while they're alert, it usually means they're on edge or upset. When they're hunting or playing, which mimics hunting, that flicking shows they're super focused. Here's a quick tip. The next time you see your cat's tail flicking, take a moment to assess the situation. Are they being disturbed while they're resting, or are you trying to pet them when they'd rather be left alone? But don't worry, slow, gentle tail movements can mean your cat is feeling relaxed and content. Sign 3. Excessive scratching. Cats scratch for all sorts of reasons, and it's not just to wreck your furniture, even though it might seem that way. Scratching is their way of marking territory, since their paws have scent glands that leave their unique scent behind. It also helps them shed the outer layers of their claws, keeping them sharp and ready for action. But what if your cat suddenly starts scratching more than usual? Excessive scratching is when your cat's normal scratching habits ramp up. You might notice them going at it more often, leaving a trail of damage, or they might start scratching spots they've never been interested in before. This could be a sign of anxiety or stress. Think of it like when you're nervous and find yourself pacing around. Cats might scratch more as a way to cope with their stress. Changes in their environment, like a new pet, a new family member, moving to a new home, or even just rearranging the furniture, can stress them out. They might also scratch more if they feel their territory is being threatened. Remember, cats are creatures of habit, and any shake-up in their routine or environment can throw them off. In some cases, excessive scratching might point to health issues. Skin problems or allergies can cause discomfort, leading to more frequent scratching. If you notice other signs like hair loss, redness, or swelling, it's time to see the vet. The good news is that there are ways to manage this behavior. Providing scratching posts is a great start. You can also use catnip that discourage scratching in certain areas. And remember, don't scold your cat for scratching. It's a natural behavior. Instead, try to figure out what's causing the stress and address it. Sign 4. Litter box problems. As any cat owner knows, cats are usually pretty tidy creatures. They stick to their litter boxes and keep themselves clean. But did you know that your cat's litter box habits can reveal a lot about their emotional well-being? If your cat suddenly stops using their litter box or starts doing their business outside of it, it might not just be a behavior problem. It could be a sign that your cat is feeling stressed or unhappy. Maybe something in their environment has changed and they're not adjusting well. Or perhaps they're not feeling their best. A study in a journal on feline health found a strong link between litter box issues and stress in cats. The researchers noticed that stressed cats were more likely to have problems like peeing outside the litter box, which is one of the most common litter box issues. Sign 5. Overgrooming. If you notice your cat grooming themselves so much that they're losing fur or irritating their skin, it's a red flag. Overgrooming often means your cat might be dealing with anxiety or some kind of discomfort. They could be stressed out by a change in their surroundings or trying to soothe a physical issue. So, what can you do? Start by checking for any physical problems like fleas, allergies, or skin infections. If nothing physical seems wrong, think about whether something might be stressing them out. Has there been a recent change, like a new pet, a move, or even a different litter box? If you spot a possible stress trigger, try to remove or fix it. If the overgrooming doesn't stop, it's a good idea to consult your vet. Sign 6. Frequent hiding. If your cat is suddenly hiding more than usual, vanishing for hours at a time, it could be a sign that something's off. Frequent hiding is often a way for cats to express anxiety. If they're spending a lot of time tucked away, it might mean they're uncomfortable around you or something in their environment is causing them stress. Cats also tend to hide when they're feeling sick or in pain. Their strong survival instincts tell them to keep illness or pain hidden, as showing weakness in the wild could make them vulnerable to predators. This instinct is still present in our domesticated cats. When they're not feeling well, they might hide to protect themselves by concealing their discomfort. So how can you tell if your cat is hiding because they're not feeling well? It's all about noticing changes in their behavior. If your usually social cat is suddenly spending a lot of time in hiding, it's worth paying attention. If they're also showing other signs like a loss of appetite, changes in litter box use, or less grooming, it's definitely time to call the vet. Sign 7. No response to affection. We all know cats aren't like dogs. They have their own way of showing love. But if your cat consistently ignores your attempts at affection, it might be a sign that they're not feeling the love as much as you'd hope. So, why might this be happening? There could be a few reasons. Maybe your cat isn't feeling well, or something in their environment is causing them stress, or they might just not be in the mood for cuddles. If your cat isn't responding, it's best to give them some space. Cats are independent and need their alone time. Instead of pushing for affection, let them come to you when they're ready. Now, you might be asking, does my cat being stressed or anxious mean they don't like me? The thing is, if your cat is showing these behaviors we've talked about, it's because something's off in their world. They're not feeling their best, and that's affecting how they act. You can also check out this video to learn more about the signs that make your cat unhappy. Remember, they're part of their environment, and you are too. By making their surroundings more comfortable and less stressful, they'll start to see you differently. Thanks for watching, and take care.